Hey there, welcome back to another video. I am Ramona. And before we get started, if you actually like this video or any of my videos, would you mind liking one or two and maybe commenting on them or subscribing to the channel or sharing it with somebody that might enjoy listening to these stories? This one is what's the secret you have sworn never to tell, but will do so to a bunch of random strangers? Because, why not? Some of these are pretty serious and some of these are not, so we'll try to get a broad range here. Here we go, ready? My friend had a miscarriage in year 8th grade. She was 13 years old. Yeah. I pretend to die in some dramatic way to see how my pets react. I'm pretty sure my body will be eaten by my dog. Yesterday, I found out my girlfriend is pregnant. I'm 17 and she's 16. I sometimes go underneath my pillows and blankets and pretend that I enter into this Matrix-esque world where I live in a small spaceship and there's a computerized robot that I can go on adventures with. I'm 19. This says, dude, there's nothing wrong with this. I do the same, and I'm in my 30s. I had sex with a girl and came on her chest and went to the bathroom to wipe it off. She asked if it was okay to use my orange towel that was hanging on the towel rack, and I said sure. I intended to wash this towel immediately, but forgot. A couple of days later, my friend was over and needed to use my shower. After he'd gotten dressed, I asked him what towel he used. The orange one that was in the bathroom. I had to tell him. It was too funny not to, although I did promise not to tell anyone else that he wiped his entire body off with that towel. Well, I am in love with my best friend. For clarity, I am a girl. My best friend is a boy. Just in case any male redditor's thoughts about me, possibly being your best friend you love, here are two specific facts about me. I have 5 tattoos and am a ginger. I found my dad's biological mother. I want to tell my family so badly, but I'm sworn to secrecy. It's especially hard when they speculate about it. I've wanted to spill the beans so many times, I had to physically keep the secret behind my lips. One of my closest friends had an abortion while we were in college. I've never even spoken about it to any of the other friends, who must also know, I figure. It's a bit of a family secret that my uncle tried to commit suicide in his early 20s. He's older now and happily married with 2 kids. I found out through eavesdropping on my parents as a teen, so no one knows that I know. I kind of want to talk to him about it because I've been feeling depressed for a while now, and talking to therapists hasn't been helping. I just don't know how to bring it up, or even if I should. Thanks everyone for all the advice. For all those worried, I'm not going to kill myself. I've been battling depression for a while, so I'm getting all the help I can. All of your comments encourage me to open up to my uncle, which I will. So thanks for giving me the courage. My buddy has sneaky, gay, drunken nighttime massage parties with my other friend. All of them for a long time. All of them with long-time girlfriends. I am the only one who fully comprehends the reality. Wow. Yeah. Someone who got massive karma on here about losing weight only through exercise, but I know diet pills were taken. A woman I briefly dated told me that she had herpes before our relationship went into a sexual level. That ended it for me, but she since dated one of my friends and gave it to him without even telling him that she had it. I never told him, but I do go to her and threaten to unless she fesses up to him. Yeah, that's not cool. I never told anyone this, but F it. Not even bothering with a throwaway. The guys was an all-around douchebag anyway, which the secret probably played a part in creating. My ex-boyfriend was molested by his brother and male cousins as a child, and his mom beat and neglected her kids while she whored herself out at truck stops. There is, however, always a chance that he made it all up, and only told me in order to gain my sympathies so he could manipulate me more. It's possible. Who knows? My good friend got into a fist fight with my ex's new boyfriend, not because of the stink eye we gave him, which was what we all wanted us to believe, but because his new boyfriend caught chlamydia, which my friend gave to his ex. My friend has no dick. Now, that could be because your friend is female. We're going to find out. About half of my friends don't have dicks. It's okay, though. Vaginas are better. No shame being friends with a lady. My boss showed me financial spreadsheets of the department he's the head of. He told me not to tell. Uh-oh. I banged my friend's sister. Okay. My friend inherited a beautiful diamond engagement ring. The stone was worth about 20,000. His fiancée was thrilled to receive it and flaunted it. Now his wife of 25 years, it's still one of her most precious possessions. Only I and the 4 million of you know she does not own the original diamond. My friend sold the stone for 15,000 and of an equal size substitute diamond on the day he picked it up for her, being sized to fit her. To answer a few questions, the value of the ring was learned at appraisal and was actually appraised a bit higher. The 20,000 was the number he knew he could get from a wholesaler at the district. It is still insured for the higher amount. The stone that was substituted is a diamond. I couldn't tell the difference. The money was mostly used to clear debts. Yeah, I mean, it's not good to lie to your partner, but yeah, I'm just never mind. Just never mind. Me and my first girlfriend did it in the butt when we were both 13. After we broke up, I kept the secret for her sake. I looked at the Zanga of this girl that I was dating for a year that we were together. It felt like it was almost cheating, but it provided me with some serious intel in our relationship. She would vent about things that I did wrong, or something she wanted, and I ride like a knight in shining armor using this information to my advantage. She absolutely never knew. It's amazing how far having a little insight into your girlfriend's mind can go. For those asking what Zanga is, it's a blog that was big around 2004. Edit 2, awesome. That would appear to be my most upvoted comment. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, it's good that you're trying to improve your relationship and you want to do better it and be a good boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. But at the same time, there's this stalkery image I have, and it's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know. I guess until I'd had to face that, it would be hard to really have a strong opinion on it. I've been the other woman multiple times. In fact, my current long-term relationship started out that way. I never do it on purpose. I just end up getting feelings for a close guy friend, plan to hide it since he's not single, but for whatever reason, the guy always ends up kissing me and things just roll from there. All those relationships have had problems, obviously. So most of them ended up breaking off, but the woman never finds out about me. Not proud of it. It's just my part of the past. I watched my friend's girlfriend, who I was also hooking up with, make her dog lick her woman parts. I've told people a lot of fucked up shit that happened to me, but never mentioned that to anyone. It's just too creepy. One of my friend's girlfriends is cheating on him with me. Anyway, when I was 13, my best friend was living with her aunt's ex-husband, uncle but not blood, and she told me they were having sex. She grew up to be a heroin addict with kids in foster care. I was too young to realize how damaging her situation could be, since she seemed so happy about it at the time. He was also feeding her meth. Wish I had told someone. I feel responsible for keeping her secret for over 10 years. One of my friends has 2 kids. One of his kids is actually not his, but from him, but from his friend's brother. His girlfriend slept with him. She's pretty sure it is his brother. But he's always there, taking care of the kids and helping my friend. My guess is that he knows. On the good side of things, his brother looks just like him. Well, this came upon me recently, and I started to lose the love of competition for my favorite sport, track and field. I have dug such a deep hole for myself in this sport, though. I'm getting sick of it, and I could tell anyone that they will be appalled because I am one of the people all the younger athletes look up to, unsure of how to approach this whole process. My mom had a sex change, and no one else in the family knows. That male friend does actually like that female friend and is amused by the teasing jokes about the two of them. She has no idea. The number of dicks a virgin friend of mine had on her in a week before she got married. 16 of them. Changed amount of number since I had several different replies tell me that it was incorrect. Funny though. I don't form emotional attachments to people. I don't cry or get teared up at funerals. I could easily walk away from my friends and family and not look back. I am not a loner. I'm very social and have lots of friends. I found out in the course of my work that a guy I knew in high school is adopted. I'm not sure whether he knows or not, and if he's ever told anyone. I am pregnant with my brother's baby. My friend would try to give her crush energy boners. That is, she would sit near him and think extremely dirty thoughts, hoping the energy rolled off of her would transfer to him and give him a hard-on. It took all of my energy not to roll my eyes when I heard this. I was at a frat party a few towns away when I was 17. My friends who brought me there all got into a fight, and I was left alone without a ride home. One of the fat guys, I'm thinking they're saying me frat guys, said he would give me a ride home, so stupidly I said great, but he told me I had to wait until everyone left the party at the frat house. Then he proceeded to kick everyone out. It was 2 a.m. He went to the top floor on down, pushing people out of the house. We both went to the basement to clear out the remaining partiers. He told me to stay in the basement and that he'd be right back. I was not a smart girl back then. He came into the basement with a stupid, shit-eating grin on his face and tried to come on to me, which I was not into. He got angry, pulled my hair, bent me over the pool table face down. He ripped my clothes and grabbed a pool cue and told me he was going to really hurt me and that I would like it. My mind went a mile a minute, and I just started blathering on and on about how I knew his name. I knew he was on scholarship for football. I knew he was from Connecticut, and his mom was an alumnus. He said if he raped me, I said if he raped me, he might as well cut my tongue off because I would tell everyone. Then I said, better yet, just kill me because I will still be able to write about you to everyone, including the press, your family, and your friends. He turned me over and punched me in the face. He then told me to walk my ass home. And I did, 22 miles in the middle of a shitty city late at night. I thought about what happened every second of every day, and the more I think about it, the angrier I got. 2 weeks later, I showed up at the frat house with a very slutty outfit, pretending to be drunk, and asked for him. His frat mates were all gone except one guy, who left after I came in. So I was alone with him again. I smiled, kissed him, pushed him back on the couch, and started to undress him. He was shocked, but he went with it. Just as I was about to straddle him, I whispered him in his ear, "No one fucks with thee without my permission." And I pulled a pocket knife out of my back of my jeans that were on the floor, and I stabbed him in the throat. I jumped up and grabbed my clothes and ran out of the door. I heard he speaks with a trachea tube now. Oh well. Edit 1. It's true. I am not the same person, and people did talk to me about it, but no one knows it was me. I assume he never pressed charges because of what he did to me or tried to do. I hear he was hospitalized for a time and dropped out of college, and no, I don't feel bad. Though I look back at that girl I was, and I am thankful I am not the same person. Edit 2. This happened 31 years ago, if that means anything. I am now 48 years old with a grown son and a handful of adopted teen sons as well. We are all doing fine. Edit 3. I know there is a movie called The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and I won't ever go see it. My son went and told me there was a rape scene in it, and not to go. He knows I don't watch things like that, and they make me sick. He doesn't know why, though. My ex-boyfriend was molested when he was 6 by his 12-year-old cousin. They were playing a game. In high school, I got my girlfriend 3 months pregnant. We decided to abort it. It was only a few weeks, maybe 2. Almost dad at 18. I am no longer with her, 22 now. Every now and again I think about it and how I was almost a father. It makes me sad that my firstborn won't be my first conceived. Edit. Thanks for all the kind words. I'm still confident we made the right choice. We both went on to college and are happy. I still keep in contact with her. Matt and Clara made out back in 8th grade. My ex self-harmed a lot, and her friends, I'm sorry. My ex self-harmed a lot, and her friends were convinced that she was going to kill herself. I thought she was getting better, but then randomly she dumps me, and her friends bring up the suicide shit again. I lose my shit and withdraw from social interaction for over a month. Then she goads me into an argument and stop speaking. I hadn't spoken to her, I'm assuming, for 2 years, until a few months ago she messaged me and we reconcile. She then tells me she was almost raped by 2 friends, one of which was coerced her into cheating on me and manipulating her. I now believe that if we ever lost contact, she would have helped her, that I could have helped her, and hate myself because I didn't help her. She swore me to secrecy. I am only 16. She is fine now. My grandfather told me that he manufactured speed in the 1970s and once took a man to the middle of a field, made him dig his own grave, and then shot him in the head. All because he had problems with him as a kid. This was the last thing he ever told me, 5 minutes before he passed away. I don't think anyone else in my family knows, and I don't know that I should ever tell. A friend of mine helped 3 girls in high school get abortions, and no, he didn't cause them. When I was very young, I put my mom's vibrator in my mouth and turned it on because I thought it felt funny. What the fuck is wrong with me? My very white, pretty, nerdy med school friend recently hired a black prostitute in Chicago. I understand this comes off as a so what situation, but just think of this really quiet, really white friend you have who dresses in collared shirts and cargo shorts. And now picture that exact same friend banging a hooker in Chicago. You're starting to get the humor, right? I don't trust the anonymity of the internet enough to answer this question. That's probably the best thing. I have been in love with my girlfriend of 11 years' sister for the past 2 years. Oh, that's awkward. My best friend called me one night after drinking and claimed he had accidental gay sex. All I could say was, "What the fuck, man? It's 3 in the morning." He now says it never happened. I once helped my friend dispose of a body. There's no replies to that, so no one knows. From age 12 to about 15, I wanted to have sex with my mom very badly. I would come up with different scenarios of how to go about it, some of which involved raping her. I hope you got some help, dude, because that's not good. My best female friend, makes money by taking elaborate series of nude photographs at the request of very rich men. She's been doing this for 2 years now, though she said she would stop once she got married. She did not. The husband has no idea, but I get to see all the photos. Keep in mind that this post is from a few years ago. Now that's pretty much OnlyFans and people make a living at this, so it was probably scandalous back then, but now it's like, I even know people that do that. I don't, but I know people who do. And it's weird. I am a German shepherd, but they spelled shepherd wrong, so maybe you shepherd Germans? I don't know. My best friend's depression is cumulative from his biological father leaving him and his first stepdad abusing him. Until he gets closure from his biological father, I don't think he'll ever truly get out of his depression. That's probably very true. I am watching my parents' previously healthy marriage going up in smoke because my dad lost his job and can't re-enter the country, UAE. This is because his boss is trying to blame him for decisions that the boss himself made, and in fact my dad warned him that they were borrowing too much, but was pointedly ignored and could land my dad in jail. My mom can't leave the country, having thrown in half their life savings into a company here, and it's a failing business. My dad has some hidden resentment about which is bubbling up now that he doesn't have his big job to support us. That said, he just wants my mom to retire and relax with him. My mom blames herself too much for starting the business at the wrong time, who could have predicted the crash 8 months before it happened, and is working herself to death to try and redeem herself. She, of course, loads all of her emotional baggage on me, the older son who was supposed to be the wunderkind of the family, but is now just another guy failing upwards. I'm writing this working on my 4th day in a row, where I'm working a 16-hour day. I'm not going to get a weekend because my boss has unreasonable demands and I need a freaking break. But I can't because my mother needs me, and somehow, some way, I have to prepare a 1-hour speech for her that she's going to do on Saturday, despite being a shy woman. This in between 100 calls to various potential clients. I just want to up and leave to a monastery for a while, but my dad would never forgive me for abandoning my mom. Plus, I need job experience, and no one outside the family knows. Edit. Wow, thanks for all the support, everyone. I assume there are those that are concerned that I've never considered suicide or other kinds of self-harm. This is just one of those tough years. It will work itself out one way or another. I hope. My parents are incredibly level-headed folks. I hope this is just a rough patch. We're going to stop this video right there before it gets too long. If you enjoy it, please like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things, do some of the things, do none of the things. I can't tell you what to do. But I do appreciate you listening and watching. And please go check out another one, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.